This presentation outlines the Disability Service Code of Practice. You should have received a copy of the code together with your student handbook and a letter providing you with the date and time of your needs assessment appointment. The code is an important document and you should make sure that you have read and understood the contents prior to your needs assessment. The purpose of the Code of Practice is to define the rights and responsibilities of students with a disability when requesting reasonable accommodations, and also to define colleges' rights and responsibilities towards students with a disability. A reasonable accommodation is any action that helps alleviate a substantial disadvantage. This might include providing examination arrangements, alternatively formatted materials, or adapting the physical environment. You have the right to reasonable and appropriate accommodations, confidentiality of information and disclosure of that information reasonably available in accessible formats, and to be treated with dignity and respect. Your responsibilities are to identify yourself when requesting an accommodation, to provide documentation that confirms your disability, to register with the Disability Service and follow service and college procedures, and to sign the Code of Practice and consent to release of information where appropriate. College has a responsibility to ensure that courses, services and facilities are delivered in the most inclusive way possible. Also, to provide information regarding policies and procedures in an accessible format, and to provide reasonable and appropriate accommodations and support upon a timely request by a student. College also has a responsibility to maintain appropriate confidentiality where disclosure is authorised by the student. College has the right to deny a request for accommodation and/or support if the documentation does not identify a specific disability, or if it does not verify the need for such a request, or if it is not provided in a timely manner. College also has the right to refuse to provide an accommodation or support where it might pose a direct threat to the health or safety of others, constitutes a substantial change to an essential element of a course, or poses undue financial or administrative hardship on college. College encourages students with disabilities to disclose information before they apply to college or at any point during their studies. Disclosure is encouraged so that college can work with the student to ensure that any reasonable accommodation required is identified and facilitated. Any documentation or information is held by the Disability Service and will not be disclosed to any third party without permission. Where a reasonable accommodation is granted, such as extra time in examinations or special borrowing rights, College will disclose relevant information to the individuals responsible for providing access to that accommodation, for example, the examinations office. Only information relevant to the particular situation will be disclosed. This screen shows the final page of the code. This is the part of the document that you will discuss with your disability officer at your needs assessment appointment. Together you will decide who will be provided with relevant information. This document also confirms that your Learning Educational Needs Summary, or LENS, will be sent out at the beginning of each academic year on your behalf. If at any time you wish to make changes to the code, please contact your disability officer. A copy of the code is available from our website by clicking on the link below.